Are electric bikes actually worth it, or are they just another one of those cool kids fads? And should you actually get one? I want to get answers to those exact questions when HeyBike sent me the Explore electric bike to try out.
Damn.
So you do have the options where you do 100% of the work and this becomes like a regular bike as you normally would have it. Now, if you choose that settings, means the motor is not helping you at all. However, if you start going up the settings 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it basically means that the higher the setting is, the more the motor is going to help you and the least pedaling that you are going to have to do. So of course, this is the uphill, and I decided to do absolutely no pedaling whatsoever. I'm going to rely on that brushless motor, and you can see not pedaling. Let's pull over and see exactly where we've come from. Not bad. So it made pretty light work of that little hill, and it is little, let's be honest. Next stop is we're going to grab some coffee, which is about 3 or 4 miles from where I am right now. Let's see how that goes. Put down a cup of coffee for 2 seconds and let's go through the bike itself. What I really like about this particular bike is the 26-inch wide wheels. These are fat tires, good stability, good control on the road. Now, speaking of stability, you've got these shocks, and these shocks actually allow you to lock them or keep them open, which means you can decide how hard or how soft you want your ride to be. As we move up to the top, of course, you got your controller, but look here, you've also got Shimano's 7 gears right here that you can simply use your fingers to up the gear or go down the gear. And now the heart of the operation is this little guy. It's got your battery indicator, your speed, and the settings that you have it on. You can also toggle through various bits of information like your total trips, what your average speed was, etc. And you do that by pushing those little buttons on the side. Now the plus and the minus is the settings that you have, how much pedal assist you want, and there's a little button that changes all that information along with a beeper or a hooter, however you say this, and the light on and off switch. What is pretty cool that it comes standard with a cup holder, which of course I'm going to use with my cups of coffee, and at the back this is where the 750 watt brushless motor is actually hidden, and this drives the entire beast going forward. Under your butt you've actually got a little bit of a suspension, but underneath that here is where you find the 48 volt 20 amp hour lithium battery, which obviously powers the motor. And in fact, if we go around to the other side, you get a better look at it. Now you do have a set of keys that come with this, and in this little keyhole here you're able to lock the bike, unlock the bike, but you can also able to do this, lift up the seat, and then you're able to remove the battery and charge it inside. Okay, I didn't want to remove the battery right here in front of everyone. Let me just grab my coffee, stick it into the cup holder, and let's get going to our next mission. Next up is going shopping. But in order to do that, I need these saddlebags, which I actually got from HeyBike as well, from their website. And in there, I'm going to load my groceries. Let's see how practical it is to take this bike shopping. I really like this particular control. It doesn't have that little finger thumb thing that you got to push through to power up the bike. This has got a good old twist like you would on a normal motorcycle. You simply twist it and the motor just kicks right in almost instantaneously. Right, bike side up. Next thing is, let's do a bit of shopping over there. Groceries shopping done. Now the hard part is just how much can fit in these bags. Obviously that is a big limit of having an electric bike and going for this type of errand. But in all fairness, I managed to get quite a bit in. Okay, it's now been over a week since my first ride with the Explore, and I have used the bike almost exclusively every single day. But the big question is just how practical is owning an electric bike? For me, the answer is simple. It's absolutely an awesome alternative to my car. Here is why. Because for me, everything I need is within a short radius of my home. The Explore has a 55-mile range if you just use the electric motor, and an insane 70-mile range if you use the pedal assist. So there is nothing I cannot get to. I also live in a city where it's basically either hot or insanely hot most of the year, so the bikes can be used most of the time. I also found, surprisingly enough, that I was pedaling a lot more than I expected, and that's by choice. I fully expected to use only the motor, but I used the ride home as an opportunity to get a bit of exercise, so that's cool. So if you're on the fence about getting an electric bike, as I was for many years, I would highly encourage it. This is not one of those gadgets that could be used today, and in a couple of weeks they just sit in your garage and not being touched. And if you want to hit those off-road trails, that's cool too. HeyBike has a bunch of bikes to choose from. If that's your vibe, check out the website. Link is in the description below. And speaking of cool website, check out this video right over here, or check out this video over here that YouTube thinks you would love. Hit the head down here to subscribe because you're epic, and I'll see you in this video, or I'll see you in both. Let's go.